You know what I think happens sometimes? We think growth comes by adding more, when a lot of times we've already added way too much. We've added too many ideas and too many products, more things to keep up with, more ways to try to make our business work. And at first, it feels productive. It can feel like you're being committed, like you're being very proactive, like you're doing what serious business owners do. But after a while, all that extra effort, it just makes your business feel heavy. It does not make it feel successful. And that's the part that gets missed by creatives. If you're in that place right now where your business just feels crowded and you're trying to figure out how to create with a little bit more clarity, I have actually put together a free creative collection called Design Made Easy, Fun Guaranteed. Inside this collection, I'll walk you through step by step using real design elements so that you can see exactly how to make them work for your business. And I'm going to link that below this video if you would like to check that out later. But first, I want to talk about why adding more is usually not what helps creative businesses grow. Because when your growth feels slow, your natural reaction is we need to add more. Maybe we need another product line. Maybe we should change platforms. Maybe it's a new strategy, a new idea, a new direction. And none of those sound wrong on their own. And that's why it's so hard to notice when you've started doing too much. Because you're not trying to make your business harder. You're trying to help your business grow. But somewhere along the way, your business got very crowded. And now you're not just building, you're managing a lot of stuff. You're managing a lot of ideas. You're making a lot of decisions. And you have way too many open tabs going on up here. And even though you care so deeply about what you're building, it starts to feel like all of that effort is spread so thin that nothing's getting the attention that it needs. Here's something that I've noticed over the years. More effort does not always create more momentum. Sometimes it's just about pointing all that effort in the right direction. Because when your business already feels scattered, adding more is not going to fix it. All you're doing is giving that energy a lot more places to go. Because it's very easy to keep generating, to keep making, to keep trying, to keep improving. But growth, it usually needs something a little different than constant expansion. It needs repetition. And it needs clarity. It needs your work to connect because those things are what make your business easier to recognize, easier to understand, and easier for your customers to support you. So instead of just assuming that the answer is adding more, sometimes all you're doing is just making it harder for you to see what's already working. So instead of asking yourself, what else should I add? The better question is, what is already working but needs more room to grow? What in my business already has clarity? What in my business already makes sense? What in my business feels like it could grow if my energy was not spread in 5 different directions? And then on the other side of that, what in my business feels way too heavy? And what is asking for all of my attention but is not giving me anything in return? Because sometimes that's where growth starts. Not in adding something new, but noticing what's making things harder for the right things to happen. This is something that I've had to remind my own self of running my business. Doing less is not the same thing as caring less. Focusing more is not thinking smaller. And simplifying does not mean that you're losing your ambition. Sometimes it actually just means that you're giving the work that God placed in front of you room to grow. Because when everything in your business is competing for your attention, then every part of your business is going to struggle. But when your effort starts moving in one clear direction, your work becomes easier to sustain. It becomes easier for people to recognize. It becomes easier for you to keep building without feeling like you're starting over every single time. And sometimes that kind of clarity is what your business has needed all along. So if your first instinct is to add more every time the growth feels slow, I need you to hit the pause button for just a minute. And I want you to ask, does my business really need more from me right now? Because maybe what it really needs is your focus, more space, and more simplicity. Because sometimes the next growth has nothing to do with expansion. Sometimes it's clarity first. And once you start seeing that, the next question is much more simple. What in my business should I simplify first? And if you're looking for a simple place to start creating, I have put together a free creative collection. It's called Design Made Easy, Fun Guaranteed. This isn't just a small download or a quick PDF. Inside this free collection are digital design elements that you can use to help grow your business, along with step-by-step video instructions so that I show you the simplest way to use them to create your products. The goal isn't just to give you something else to download. It's to let you experience what designing with a little more direction actually feels like. So if you would like a simple place to start building your own business momentum, then download that collection right below this video, because once you realize that growth doesn't always happen from doing more, the next question becomes, what actually deserves more of my focus? And that's exactly what we're going to discuss in the next video. The 3 areas that you should start simplifying first when your business starts feeling overwhelming. Because when those pieces become clear, your effort finally has room to build. And if this conversation has helped you to see your business a little more clearly today, would you click that like button so that YouTube will show this video to other creative women who are trying to build businesses with clarity as well? And make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss our next conversation. Because building a creative business is not about doing more and more forever. It's about learning which work actually deserves your focus.